Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 2 of season 2 of House of the Dragon. Last episode set the stage and caught us up with everybody after the events of the season finale last time. And let's just say not everybody's handling it all that well, as to be expected. There's some great little moments in there, especially that little scene with Jacaerys up at the north and that whole interaction on the wall. And then him getting the news about what happened to his brother. And even just when he returned home and had to deliver that news and tried to maintain that composure, heart goes out to him, man. That was such a beautiful, beautiful scene. Then, of course, Daemon doing Daemon things and, exacting his own sick and twisted type of revenge in this situation as well. And that's kind of where we left off at the end of the episode. So let's go ahead and hop in. If you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you're coming over to the channel, get you access as well. It isn't watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes to react to the entire episode. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on what movies to react to each month. We got month Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage to try to make it worth your while. It's just your already support channel. But guys, at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. To least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. And with that all said and out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 2. Here we go. Wow. Oh wow, they're pulling everybody out of their chambers and running the dogs through them. I mean, obviously they wouldn't know, if they weren't there to see it. They don't. Well, I mean, she was. Helena was there. But god damn.
Traitors and villains! Fire from the sky! This is war! I declare war!
Wow. Wow, dude. It's bad that I kind of feel bad as well that he was destroying the model. It's so much time got put into. Viserys put so much time into that thing.
The search progresses. The villain will be found. We mustn't be shaken by this.
I'm sorry. How could you not?
The child.
The child is dead. His pain is ended. But what they've done to Micah...
No.
Who will pay?
Whosever hand did this or caused it to be done.
And what if the hand that's done it is not who must be blamed? The gods punish us. They punish me.
For
Oh,
what's sake?
wow.
Daughter, listen to me.
She's
We
throwing
will
blame on
mourn as
herself.
We must, but some good may yet come of this.
And where were the members of this council while the murderer threatened their king?
Were you also threatened, Your Grace?
I could have been!
The guy to have the balls to say that in this moment, or stupidity, whichever, I don't know. But good God.
I was abed, Your Grace, having ordered the night's watch.
I'm bad! Instead of safeguarding the sanctity of my family.
Well, about that, he was doing something else with your family.
Who would do this save the bitch queen of bastards? The smug of Dragonstone. There she sits across the bay on her rock.
Damn, this
laughing
kid
at me.
is
She's
killing
fucking
it.
Laughing at me!
Good God.
You wished her life to be spared.
If I may, Your Grace, my lords,
Oh, wow,
The
he's
guard
turning
has
on his own
detained
mom
someone.
in this situation.
the man we apprehended is known to us. He's a gold cloak. We caught him, fleeing the gate of the gods, with the child's head in a sack.
Oh, did they only catch the gold cloak, though? Did they not get the rat catcher? Did he get away or no?
We know our enemy.
A king may have more than one enemy, Your Grace.
I mean, that's also
if this is your
very
sister's
true.
hand, or if there is a serpent nestled closer to our bosoms.
I suppose you're right, Ironrod. Could be anyone. It could be any one of you.
Oh, no. That's exactly what you guys need right now. A paranoid king. A young paranoid king at that.
It doesn't matter.
You mean to blame Rhaenyra? Tell the realm she has done this.
I'll have the realm told nothing. We were assaulted within our own walls. I will not be seen as weak.
You're already seen as weak, Aegon.
Ooh, Jesus, Otto. He's also not wrong.
And so you would name her Monster, Slayer of Infants.
I would do more than that. A funeral progress. Let them see the child. Let them look upon the works of this pretender to the throne.
Oh, wow.
I will not have my little son's body dragged through the street like a dead dog.
Not dragged, honored! Escorted to the dragon pit to be burned as a Targaryen prince. Let no one say I do not grieve. Jaehaerys was my grandson. I loved him. I will not have him die in vain. Those who declared for Rhaenyra, will they still support her when they hear of her depravity, or will they rather not renounce her? Jaehaerys will do more for us now than 1,000 knights in battle.
I know she demanded Aemon's head, so like she definitely instigated this, just unleashed Daemon out into the world. But like, do we pass that blame back to her for what happened to this child? Because that was Daemon's decree. She didn't say anything of that. She just wanted the one that took her son. So it's just such a sticky, messy ass situation. All of this is. There's fault everywhere. No one's innocent purely. But I also don't want to discount the domino effect of that as well.
We've been asked to ride on a wagon behind his body.
I don't want to.
Neither do I. But when a thing like this happens, a blow to the king is a blow to the realm. When the people share our grief, they draw closer to us.
But I don't want them closer. I don't know them.
No.
Sometimes we have to pretend. Helena, what you saw last night when you came to my room.
This is for my boy.
I feel so bad for her, man. Yep, they did, in fact, get him. Oh, no.
I was hired by Daemon Targaryen.
We haven't even started yet.
Half when the job is done.
Who is us?
A rat catcher. Employed by the household. I don't know his right name.
Behold the works of Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Oh. Dude, I don't know how Jay's gonna handle this. I don't even know, man. The last episode broke him. You might have to, like, tap out on this, man. That's so fucked.
Are you gonna hurt me?
Yeah, no. Probably. Okay, or not.
But I cannot vouch for his grace.
Oh. Oh, shit. You done, dude. No. Is she having a vision, or is she just struggling to process all of this? All of the above, or... Oh no. God. Yeah, it's too much. It is way too much for her right now, man. Do not tip that body over, man. I'm so nervous about this. Okay. Okay. Whew, God, that was stressful.
It must be said that the damage to our position is immeasurable at a time when we most need loyalty to our cause.
Good job, Daemon. Good job.
Having lost my own son, that I would inflict such a thing on Helena of all people, an innocent.
That glare she's shooting Daemon, man.
A mother so aggrieved might naturally seek relief and retribution.
Are you suggesting, Sir Alfred, that my grief drove me to order the decapitation of a child?
I merely thought, perhaps.
Well, I mean, you did want Aemon's head.
if Aemond was not to be found, what were your instructions then?
They did not concern in any way that of a little child.
You said that it was your aim to spill Hightower blood. And if not Aemond, then anyone would do.
No.
I don't believe you.
A son for a son. That was what the guy said.
So we come to it at long last. I cannot trust you, Daemon. I've never trusted you wholly.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I have served you faithfully.
Have you? Or have you used me as a tool with which to grasp at your stolen inheritance?
Oh, good God, that one too. God, that made me jump.
When Sir Eric brought you the crown, did I myself not place it upon your brow?
Yes, but before that, you sought to lead a council of war while I laboured alone when I thought it meet to consider the terms of
folly
before us.
To give up my brother's throne to the traitorous lies of Otto.
My throne! Daemon! Mine! I think you used my words as an excuse to take your own revenge.
Am I not on my way even now to Harrenhal to raise an army in your name, Rhaenyra? Yours! Or did he merely use you as a tool to put me in my place because he was afraid of me? Because he knew your legacy, unlike mine, would never outshine his own?
He was not afraid of you, Daemon!
Wow.
I could not trust you any more than I can trust you.
He was a fool who sought greatness but shrank from spilling blood to achieve it, and I see you will suffer the same fate.
You struck down a child.
It was a mistake.
God, man, these scenes. Her just unloading. Then him, I mean, God, I talked about this in the last video. Most people didn't stick around for it, but like my initial read of the silent look that he gave was that, you know, he was just like, I told you, like, that's what I said. Don't bother me anymore. You know, he's like, don't make me repeat myself. That's the look I thought he gave. But when the guy was like, a son for a son or whatever, one could read that as what Daemon instructed them to do if they didn't find the one they were told to find. Or they could be like, well, we couldn't find the guy. Maybe he would be happy with X. I don't know. Like, it's real easy to believe that Daemon would say the thing. But like, I'm so mixed on how to read that situation there in that moment. And he's a good liar too, though. But I don't know. I'm just putting that out there. I mean, I do still think he did it. Yeah. What's going on in her mind right now?
Have you told anyone?
What do you take me for?
One who seeks absolution.
There is none for what I've done.
Hey, at least he's self-aware. God, he was getting kind of twitchy there.
What is this? It's a reminder of yesterday, I think. The procession was muddy. I'll replace it hence. The white cloak is a symbol of our purity, our fidelity.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
We so easily sully our ancient honor.
I want to smack him so bad, man.
I have heard, my lord. I'll remedy the error. Where were you when Jaehaerys was murdered?
Oh, God.
With King Aegon. And you were not in the private quarters where you might have prevented the crime. His Grace wished to entertain his companions in the throne room. But if you had thought to go upstairs, where were you, Lord Commander? Why has Rhaenyra the Queen been granted no sworn protector? Surely once she ascended, she should have... Oh, brother!
Is a thief and a traitor to the crown.
It was like, all right, break time's over. Get back to work.
First your brother betrays us, and then the young prince is murdered on your watch.
You are mad.
I don't think those connect at all.
You have brought disgrace upon our ranks, and now you must restore it.
Dude, he's just taking out his own insecurity out on him. Like, he's just kicking himself and then throwing that frustration elsewhere. Like,
you will go to Dragonstone and strike down Rhaenyra in her own halls.
What?
What she sought to do with Aemond, we will pay the princess back in her own bloody coin.
The castle is defended against all enemies, now especially. How would I enter?
Your twin serves there at the pleasure of the so-called queen. They will mistake you for him if you play the part.
Wow.
We are sworn to serve forthrightly, not to traffic in deception. Put down the pretender and you will end a war before it begins.
Sounds like somebody's very quick to throw away their oaths and bend and twist them.
So Harwin strong?
He was gentle and fierce. They called him Breakbones. He loved us, I think.
Of course he did.
I miss Luke.
Daemon sent them to kill me.
Oh, interesting.
I was out.
You were with me.
In truth, I am proud that he considers me such a foe, and that he seeks to murder me in my bed. He's afraid of me. I do regret that business with Luke.
Oh, wow.
I lost my temper that day. I am sorry for it.
I would remind you only that when princes lose their temper, it is often others who suffer, small folk like me.
That was such an interesting scene, man. Him going there and seeking that, like, consolation, admitting his guilt and lamentation. Like, I know that he didn't truly intend to kill him, but still, I don't know.
There is a war brewing, Adam, a real one.
Another opportunity to distinguish yourself. Remind him of your worth.
Oh, I need no favors.
But brother, he owes you. He owes us.
Trying to figure out how to play Corlys for more.
Devotion has never sat well with him.
It's ambitious.
He wishes to be his own master.
He is the king consort.
But he is not the king.
Neither am I, but I manage.
And now Viserys is dead and all claims are in doubt.
You do not think Daemon will challenge her?
Not as such, but neither can he allow her to command him.
Pity. I have on occasion found that to be quite enjoyable.
Well, let us take him at his word. If he can take Harrenhal, all may well be forgiven. In the meantime, I am here, and Meleys. We will not let the Queen falter.
No. At least she's got their back. But I think she, more than anybody, really gets Daemon, because she's been in his position before.
I gave Daemon 2 names. That is the extent of it, and I did not wish to do that much. He said it was the price of my freedom. Does he say otherwise?
He's gone.
For how long?
A week? Or forever, I do not know.
Fair. No one ever really knows, do they?
I can do nothing now but ask you to honor your husband's words.
It would not serve me to set you free. At best, I lose an asset to my cause.
And worst?
At worst, you betray me in some foul way.
I have no interest in betraying you, Your Grace.
So you say.
Oh, God. Oh, what the fuck?
Who are they?
Ratcatchers.
Oh. They weren't sure which one, so they just did them all. There he is. Damn. Justice for the puppy! But puppy's still sad, because puppers are too good for this world, man.
What have you done? The Ratcatchers!
Oh. I had them hanged.
Yeah, clearly.
Idiot!
Beware how you speak to your king, my lord.
The king is my grandson, and my grandson is a fool. He's murdered innocent men.
And one guilty one.
And they are fathers and brothers and sons, and their wives and children gather now at our gates to weep and curse your name.
Otto's not wrong, and I hate agreeing with Otto.
After all I've done for you, thoughtless, feckless, self-indulgent.
At least I did something. I have not answered injury to the crown with what?
Oh my God, now Larys's words are going to eat into him.
I wish to spill blood, not ink. We must act. Sir Criston Cole has acted.
Oh, fuck off. He's like, I was like, what the fuck happened now?
And what?
He has sent Sir Aric to slay Rhaenyra.
Alone?
He's pretending to be his own twin. Brilliant.
God's help us all. And you acceded to this prank without consulting me or the council.
Dude, you're not going to be hand much longer, unfortunately.
Fuck dignity. I want revenge. My father is dead.
He is, and we are the poorer for it.
Wow, what a realization from Otto, man. I mean, he still always respected him, even if he didn't always agree with him. But my God, he's losing his shit over these kids.
He was right about you.
He made me king.
Is that what you think?
Remove your badge, Sir Otto.
And there it is.
You are my father's hand. Not mine.
Wow.
Take it off.
Get played. Not Otto. He's being puppeted by the fucking foot fetish master over here.
Give it to Cole.
No. 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 No.
You have proven yourself of more worth than 100 old men. My new hand.
Your son died while he was fucking your mom, dude. Good God.
Regret this.
Give it to him.
Man, I was just giving him praise last episode too, but he just fell for Footboy's little scheme.
You are dismissed.
Shut the fuck up. God damn it, man.
I do not know if I trust you, and I sense that there is danger in you yet. But I will keep the word of my house if you say that it was given.
Nice.
Your Grace.
There is a Valarian ship in the harbour, bound for Mir by way of Pentros. I will see that you are given passage. I'm not so unworldly as to let you fly free.
I am... Thank you.
No.
Sir Eric, Massaria will be leaving us. Let her collect her things, then have someone take her down and secure her berth on the Corwin.
Your Grace.
Oh, wait. How's this gonna go if his brother's on the way? Like, if she knows he's supposed to be with her, that whole plan completely falls apart. Or he intercepts them here, or he didn't go with her. Never mind, maybe I misunderstood. I thought he was going to be escorting her. Oh, 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 oh! She noticed. What are you gonna do?
A moment.
Oh, this is gonna be a proof of loyalty right here. Okay. Damn. Ooh. God, I'm nervous. Like, what if he strutted up just as his brother was just walking by? What would you do?
The enemy is about.
Like, this is such a shit plan when you actually start to think about it. Like, it just requires so much, like, chance and coincidence. Maybe not coincidence, but a lot of damn luck. God, if he makes it all the way to her before he's caught, though. Wow. What is she doing?
Sir Eric.
You're not gonna wait until you're at least closer?
I had no choice.
I don't understand.
I
beg you.
He's so confused. Uh-oh, which one's the real one? We mix and, do one of these little tussles and you gotta be like, what's something only I would know? Oh my God. I don't know why it's so funny seeing her just on her bed like that, so confused. Oh, fuck. God God damn.
Your Grace!
Sir Lawrence!
Oh God, he's not gonna know which one's which, is he?
With me, Your Grace!
Okay. We can avoid this altogether just by... Well, fuck, he locked the room. Oh no. Oh no.
We were born together. You parted us! But I still love you, brother.
I don't know. I've lost track of which one's which at this point. Well, I guess you gotta be safe and just kill them both.
Your Grace.
Eric.
Forgive me.
No.
Oh! Oh. Well,
It is ignorance and vanity.
I guess that takes care of that, I guess. Damn.
We will yet prevail and bring forth peace as long as you and I hold fast.
I have sinned.
I do not wish to hear of it.
He's like, keep it to yourself. But this is like the most I've sympathized for Otto specifically. You know, I've sympathized for Alicent for some time, man. But like, Otto's always been a character that was a little questionable, as most people are or tend to be. But like, good God, I don't know. I actually genuinely feel bad for him right now because he's losing his shit trying to keep everything together right now. God, I feel bad for fucking everybody except for Kristen Cole. He can go fuck himself. Everybody else, I feel so fucking bad for, man. And Daemon, but Daemon's cool. It's Matt Smith, so I can't be mad at him. No, what? God, fuck. Want to feel the hand of the king? Fair. Again. One more time. Close fist. God, I feel like I need a controller. Just like, pop, 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 combo. God damn it. Did this turn him on? It turned you both on? God damn it. And well, there's the hand of the king. What a roller coaster of an episode, man. Good Lord. Like, obviously there was a huge fallout to be expected after the events of the last episode and how all of this could be played or maneuvered, let alone just survived with Helena, with Aegon especially given his position and his temperament. Like, how was that going to go? Like, it's just like from where he was last episode before it happened, you know, he's like, hey, people are coming in, they're asking me favors, and I'm like, I want to try to do what I can to help everybody. I want to do right by everybody and all this kind of stuff. And then this happens and it's just like turned completely on its head. Like, there was a potential for him to maybe not be a bad king after all. A little immature, a little foolish at times, maybe even a little bit naive, for sure. There was a brighter path, I think, for this kid once we actually saw the way he was handling certain things. But then, of course, that got tossed out the second, you know, this order was given. I do find it very interesting. I talked about this a little bit in the reaction, because I do think that it can be read one of two ways, like I mentioned with the whole Daemon thing. Like, is it, like, if we want to follow the dominoes, right? She was like, hey, I want Aemon's head. That was her command, her whole meeting, everything. Daemon's like, cool, all right, I'm going to go do that. It's also his own game. It's one of the things, too, that's something that was addressed in this, is like, how much of this is just him. Is he doing it for her? Is this just his own sick and twisted roundabout way of exerting his own power, his own need for revenge? Is he doing this on her behalf, or is he doing this for him? Or is he using her as an excuse to do this for him? You know, I like that there is this questioning of it. Like, there's like, no one really knows the fuck Daemon really wants. And like I said, I kind of think Rhaenys is like the only person that actually somewhat understands Daemon as a character, because she's been there. She's been Daemon once upon a time. She was right there, you know, when she got passed over for Viserys, you know? So like, I don't know. Like this, when they were at that meeting and they were like, oh, who did this? Who gave this order? And she was just like, Daemon, was it you? Like, good God. It was so, like, not even, like, subtle at all that she was glaring him down. And he's like, you totally did that, didn't you? So, like, obviously, they didn't, like, hard confirm it. So I do think it is not as set in stone as one might think. Though I do still think it would be very Daemon-like to give that command. It is very in his nature to have been like, hey, if you can't find the guy we're after, any of the sons will do. They never confirmed it, so I guess it is up in the air, because now we're just throwing judgments at him as well. So, like, it's weird in the way the scene played out, because there's all these expectations, there's all these perceptions of Daemon, the reputation that he has acquired over the years, and people trying to project their own understandings onto him throughout that whole scene. She's like, you always wanted this, you always wanted that, this is exactly like you, you're just mad because X. Like, it's just all these things that he's just like, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. At the end of the day, it's done. It happened, and they gotta roll with the consequences. The thing is, we never got a solid answer, which is fucking wild to me. Because like I said, to repeat myself, because some people like to skip over certain things and gloss over it a little bit, you know, very much so, a son for a son. There was that glance. We never heard the words. And I think that is to put us in doubt as well. It's making us as the viewer join everybody else around Daemon in pointing the finger at him. Because again, we never heard the words. And he's so frustrated by this, which could be, again, because he got caught in the act and, you know, they're right. And he's like, no, not me. I would never do that. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. But it could genuinely be very well just him just being fed up by everybody always expecting the worst out of him. Again, all these reputations that have followed him his entire life just being projected onto him, and him just being, again, it's like, this keeps fucking happening. No matter what I do, like, people just think X and X and X and X and X. You know, it could be playing into that and bringing the audience along for it, which I would find interesting if that is the case, because again, we didn't actually get like a confirmation in this that it was actually his direct words. We didn't see a flashback of the scene and him giving them. Again, when we go back to that scene, all we see is like, well, what if we can't find him? And he just looks up, which again could be read as, you know, we missed a conversation when we cut, or don't make me repeat myself. Something along those lines. If you want to give Daemon the benefit of the doubt, is that the guy made it on the quip, in the moment reaction to be like, we can't find the guy he told us to. Maybe this will be enough. Son for a son. Hey, it works, it equals out. It's not the son, but it's a son. We don't necessarily hard know that guy just didn't make that call on the spot to justify their inability to find who they were supposed to. So in giving Daemon the benefit of the doubt, that is still, as much as I don't necessarily believe that at this point, it is still a possibility. While I think it's very much so within his realm to do something like that, we're also, because of that, playing along with everybody else who's just pushing him away. And now he's off. Now he's out of here. Now he's gone off on his dragon, supposedly to Harrenhal, where he's meant to be going to take it for her. But also, with everything that's going on, he's not around at this point either. So he's just kind of off on his own. You know, we don't have him in our orbit at the moment. So what does that entail? What's he going to do once he's out there? Now that we keep doing this over and over again, it's just like exciting and poking and prodding like just this wild animal who may or may not have been just starting to trust you. I don't know. It's such a weird and also fascinating situation. The way they showed that whole thing, the procession, like the unnerving nature of that, especially with Helen out there, who really is just one to stay to their own. Didn't want to go out there to begin with. Just lost her child. Obviously, they've got expectations and duties and all that jazz. And she had to go out there and join this whole thing. And just the noise, the praise, the confetti, the whatever. It wasn't confetti. I don't know what the fuck they were throwing. Seeds, grain, I don't know. But whatever they were throwing, like the noise, the praises, all this like sensory overload on top of her own like juggling and struggling with these emotions occurring, the chaos of the editing, the scene, it's just so tense. And then they hit that rut, the body's constantly shaking. And I'm just like, oh my God, can we just be done with this? Just like her, I just wanted to be done with it. I was wholeheartedly expecting them to, once they hit that rut, for like the body to collapse and roll off of the procession thing, off of the little carrier that they had, the wagon and the cart, and just topple over and just exacerbate all these already uncomfortable ass feelings. Thankfully, it didn't really snowball into that, because I feel like that whole situation, I was expecting it to just go off the rails more so than it already had up until that point. But again, the way that they were steering that, they don't know. I like that they were like, it quite very well could have been Rhaenyra, but we don't know that it was Rhaenyra. Honestly, it's one of these few moments where I'm like over here on Team Green's side, where they're just kind of like, you know, it would make sense. She very well could, but you are king. You are in King's Landing. Kind of have all kinds of enemies. As easy as it is to and beneficial as it is to point the finger at her, we don't necessarily know that she was. But we can say that and help us, at least in the favor in the public eye, to point that blame over there and garner support and sympathy and further hurt her reputation, hurt her cause. As much as they don't know that it was her, they could utilize that information for their benefit. And then, you know, they took it, you know, a couple steps further by continuing to investigate, trying to find those who were responsible, get information, and then in a reaction, which I do think is, I mean, as a parent, you know, I don't know, I don't have kids of my own, but I would imagine in that moment, you're not going to be thinking rationally, especially when you come face to face with the person who literally hacked their head off. Mentioning they have an accomplice, we don't know what the fuck happened to that guy. We know he took that mace to the face, but we don't know what happened next. But he was like, hey, there was a rat catcher with me. I didn't get his name. So then he made the unilateral decision as king to just kill all of their rat catchers, completely undoing, as Otto said, all the goodwill they just earned by doing everything that they did with the funeral. It was an emotional response, which understandably one may make in this situation, given the circumstances, the horrific circumstances that they are. It's so shitty. All of it's shitty. I feel so bad for so many people, especially with Rhaenyra, you know, obviously hurting in her own right, lashing out, being upset. And I don't, you know, yeah, she blames Aemon, but Aemon at the same time, we even see lamenting that all of it, he didn't want Luke to die. He's even sad about it. He's like, they bullied me. They made fun of me. I mean, to be fair, you guys made their life a little bit of a living hell for a hot minute too. Thing is, in this situation, there's no clear cut, this is the bad guy, you know, except for Kristen Cole. Fuck him. Like, it's just so shitty. I mean, it's kids being kids, you know, but they provoked the situation. Did he mean to take his eye? Not necessarily. Not that I can remember. I don't remember it all that well, but I don't think that was intentional. It just kind of, it happened. But then again, they also provoked the situation, you know, by berating them, making fun of them. You know, they pushed the one kid, you know, whatever. Kids being kids, shit happened. And he held on to that for a long ass time. He was pushing him, you know, he was kind of doing what he did before, and then it just got out of hand. Lost control of his dragon. The dragon did what a dragon does, and dragified a dragon, chomped the boy, chomp, chomp, bomb. It's all happening. And it's just like seeing him like wrestle with that, while also just kind of being like, huh, it's kind of awesome that Daemon thinks I'm such a threat. Haha. Like, there was a little bit of an ego boost to that action that was taken. It was like, oh, he doesn't even want to face me. He took like this underhanded tactic. Like, it was meant for me. So in a way, as he's lamenting this, there is this like little ego boost that comes with it. But it's also interesting to me that for the one who really hides his emotions so much, is very much so trying to be the stern, strong kid in the group, taking on these responsibilities, being the formidable foe and fighter on the battlefield, being the man of action that he is. It's interesting and also kind of nice to see that he's being vulnerable in this way, you know, going down to these pleasure houses to just console, to be consoled even, and to vent, you know, let his emotions out, these things he likely bottles up. It's honestly like this weirdly like refreshing thing to see that I definitely didn't expect from him. You know, not at all. So I like that moment. Oh my God, it's just such a fucky situation. I feel bad for Allison. This episode made me feel bad for, I mean, God damn. It's a good show for you, man. Like at the end of the day, like that makes you just back and forth all the time. It manipulates your emotions. It plays you one way or the other. It can make you flip-flop so easily sometimes, or at least just at the end of the day, feel just so bad for a bunch of people, man. I've not been one to feel all that bad for Otto a lot of the times. I know I gave him a lot of shit last season, but like, man, like it genuinely in this moment with the way things were going, I really felt bad because I do think he was genuinely trying to help these kids and just trying to hold things together. You know, as much as there was this whole like idea of supplanting himself and Alicent into a station of power, a lot of what he has been doing since has genuinely been trying to maintain some semblance of peace in his eyes. At this point, it's just gone so far out of his control. And Larys's own game that he's playing, because he seeded those words. He seeded that idea for Aegon to cast him out, and that gave him all the reason to. It's just so fucky. It's just such a fuck situation. It's hard to like watch this show and try to take a moral high ground or put anybody on a moral pedestal of any kind of way, given the situations that they're all in, the world they live in, and the hands they've all been dealt, and just the way things happen. My God, not even to mention the twins who literally split between the two sides. That whole plan, I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did, but like it was so heartbreaking to see the way that played out too, like having them fight each other. And it almost came down to that point where like, oh no, they're mixed up, I don't know which one's is which, and they could have easily had them kill the wrong one. But then just the act of having killed his own brother, he couldn't live with himself. So he just took his own life. He was like, damn, this is what has happened to me. And he's like, if he had to go down, we're both going down. And then they exited together. That was fucking wild. I don't know. Am I forgetting anything else? On top of that, I like how it highlights Otto's point too. This was Kristen's idea. This is their plan they cooked up. It's like, he's a man of action. He's got a great idea. Stellar, spectacular. We're going to follow through. We're going to end this war right now. Like, seriously, like this, like I said, so much of that depended purely on luck to even get as far as he did. And I'm shocked he got as far as he did. And then Criston Cole was just like taking his own pain and frustration and flexing his power, flexing his station and all these different things down on this guy. And then just throwing his own, cause he knows he was off doing the dirty when this all happened. So he's beating himself up, but instead he's taking it out on everybody else. It's just so fucky, man. He's such a piece of shit. And then getting on to him about the purity of the cloak and blah, blah, blah. Fuck, man. Can't stand his ass. Anyway, I'm just rambling, man. Fucked up episode. Oh my God. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Just gotta chill the fuck out for a little bit. Anyway, guys, what'd you think? How do you feel about it all? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We're hearing the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you come to Ramble's channel, it gives you access as well. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends. Manny Sherritt, York, Scott, Melito, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey Hale, Jake Contrell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, and Russell Crockett. Thank you guys so much for continued support. That's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.